What expectations have the coaches put on you? What have they told you?
Definitely just come in and work. So that's a big thing, is just come in, keep your head down, but work.
You've actually been here even a little longer than your offensive coordinator and your quarterback coach. Do you think it's still been worth it? Have you been able to get up to speed with the playbook as much as you thought you would have when you came in?
I think it's kind of good for me that we both kind of came in at the same time, just because it's a fresh offense for everybody. So I think just learning that has just been kind of big, and just learning it right away, like just kind of going with the flow. So
how do you describe yourself as a worker and competitor?
Definitely just going to come in every day and compete as hard as I can.
Davis, in December, Coach Narduzzi talked a lot about how you were kind of the leader in a lot of ways in this recruiting class, and you kind of kicked off that big weekend that they had in June. I mean, is that something that you kind of embrace, being the quarterback in this class and the most highly rated guy by some of those sites and things like that?
A big thing for me is just ratings don't matter, but I was definitely excited to be like kind of the head of the class. Just kind of, I've been doing everything I can to try to get everyone else in here, and definitely to be the first one on that day was pretty big, just because we got so many people, so that was awesome.
Do you feel like you have a good relationship with Kenny right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's been really open and accepting and kind of helping me through this process, because obviously he knew how hard it was, so it's been pretty cool.
Is that something you worry about coming into a new program, how some of the guys are going to accept you, and especially the quarterback?
I mean, when you go to anything, it's kind of, you're like just kind of wondering what it's gonna be like, but definitely here it's just been 100% awesome. Just everyone's been really genuine and just really great people. So
when you were in high school, how much did you pay attention, or Clemson, how much did Clemson pay attention to you?
Both my parents went there, and my dad played there, so when I was just growing up, I was always a big Clemson fan, but when it came down to it, just kind of saw like the way they were going, and if they weren't going to go with me, that's fine, but I mean, if I get the chance, I'd like to maybe make them pay a little bit. So
what was your first meeting with Coach Whipple, and what was that like? How'd you guys kind of get on, started getting to know each other for the first time?
A bunch of the quarterbacks and a few of the receivers, we all met with him that one day before the hiring, and just kind of got to know him first, and then just throughout then since he's gone one-on-one with each and every quarterback here, so he's definitely helping like me learn and helping everybody else learn, and keeps it one-on-one. So if you have any questions that you'd be afraid to ask, it's just you and him, so you don't have to be afraid of him.
Did he tell you then, or tell you since then, that he worked in Pittsburgh before and he coached a quarterback who was about 6'5" and used to be a wide receiver before he made the transition?
Yeah, he has. He talked about his experiences there on the other side of the building, so I think that's pretty cool.
How would you characterize kind of just like the fundamental things that he wants to accomplish on offense so far? What has he told you about what he wants the Pitt offense to look like this year?
His biggest thing is always just he's broken it down every time. It's just touchdowns. And I mean, if you're going to win if you score points, so that's a big thing.
What do you feel is the biggest strength to your game?
The biggest strength, I don't know, just kind of being adaptable. So like I feel like I can do what I need to do, whether it's have to run for a first down or have to throw and make a play. So
you miss your old teammate, your high school teammates, that keep you updated on what you're missing out at school? Is it a little different going from a high school hallway to a college classroom in a month?
Yeah, it's definitely weird. Just kind of even finding the buildings the first day was just different because I've always been in the same one. But definitely keeping in touch with all my friends, and actually one of my friends has family up here, so he's coming up here this weekend. Gonna be with him, so that'll be cool.
And what's your class schedule like? I mean, how many hours are you carrying the first semester?
I got 14 right now.
So you don't have to go to school. Like, I mean, it's not every day 7:30 to 2:30 or whatever your high school is. Is that a little bit different, having that free time, in a weird way, I guess, free time?
It kind of spreads the day out a little bit, so like everything was really compacted in high school. Like I was done at 12:25 and just had a whole afternoon to do whatever I wanted. But like now it's just kind of football first, go to class, study hall, and then a class usually to end the day. So
did you make the decision a while ago, like whenever throughout the recruiting process, if I have the opportunity to get in there early, I'm going to? Do you sort of see is that the way it's going? Maybe especially for it, around the sport at large, especially with your position.
Yeah, it's definitely big to go in early. I've kind of seen that like in a bunch of places, but me and my dad had talked about it, and we sat down and just kind of planned even before the summer started, before my senior year. We were like, what does it take to do it. So I took a few summer classes and then finished on my last credit that I needed in that first semester.